Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Erin Morgan. I am the editorial director of Eyecare Business Magazine and Contact Lens Spectrum. And I am very excited to be here today at the Optometric Management Symposium. We are on day 3. We have 1.5 more days of OMS, and I am excited also to be here with Dr. Carl Spear. Who is can you tell us your title, Dr. Spear?
Senior Vice President of Eyecare at EssilorLuxottica.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Well, that sounds like a big role and a lot going on, no doubt, at EssilorLuxottica these days. And you folks have a booth here, is that correct?
Yep.
At the conference.
Yeah, we do. We got a booth and really focused here on recruiting doctors for our retail locations. When you look at EssilorLuxottica, we've got really two big divisions. One's the professional solutions division, and then the other is the retail division.
Nice. That's great. So if you are here at OMS, come on over to the exhibit hall. There is great food, coffee, all kinds of good stuff, and really fantastic exhibitors to visit and check out, certainly the EssilorLuxottica booth as well. So Carl, I know that you have given many lectures here. The whole schedule is jam-packed with great education. There's clinical track, there's retail track, there's a contact lens track that ran on Thursday, practice management track. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've lectured on here? Yeah,
so done a couple of things. Been fortunate to work both in the clinical track as well as in the more business practice management track. In the clinical track, we had a great panel discussion with my buddy Nate Lighthizer and April Jasper and Dr. Katie Gilbert-Spear, where we talked really about new innovations in retina, in glaucoma, corneal disease, what's new, and then also some of the trends and really practical applications for how to treat and take care of patients in your practice. On the practice management side, really focus there on how to build your business. I had the opportunity several years ago before I worked for EssilorLuxottica to work with a guy named Bo Burlingham. Bo was the editor-at-large for Inc. magazine for a while. He was a contributing editor-author for Forbes magazine, over 35 years in the business. He wrote a book called Think Big, and it was basically really for people that had a business, not just eye care or healthcare, but people in business, how to position their business in order to sell. Right. And then also along with that, I worked with a guy named John Warlow. John had built a entire system called Built to Sell and a corresponding book called Built to Sell. And both of their material really was how to build a business. And so I take a lot of the work that I did with them and apply it to optometry practices. That's fantastic. But more to teach optometrists that, hey, you want to build that eye care, optometry is a great profession, but optometry is also a business. Right. And so how do we take business principles from all other industries and apply them to our practice and truly become the CEO of your practice?
Definitely.
I don't do it from a viewpoint of, hey, build it to sell it. I do it more from a viewpoint, if you build it like you're going to sell it, right, it's going to be very profitable.
No doubt.
You're going to be very happy with it. And one of the key tenets in it is, and it's hard for us as doctors to wrap our head around, one of the key tenets is you want your practice to be you want to be the practice to be very non-dependent on you. Right. The less important you are to your business or your practice, actually the more value it has. And I think with today's skew to work-life balance, the more enjoyable it's going to be.
That's fantastic. Well, that's a segue into another question I had for you, because, you know, certainly there's a lot going on in optometry. There's a lot going on in the vision care space and the market, and there are a lot of competitive pressures and different things. So I know that you are a big proponent of optometry and, you know, kind of looking at why is it now a great time to be an optometrist? Because I know you feel that way and you believe that strongly.
Yeah, so and I do that in almost all the lectures. I sort of drive home the point. I think it's a great time to be an optometrist. Partly it's strictly the demographics of the business. Today there are 18,000 ophthalmologists. There are about 48,000 optometrists. 330 million people in the U.S. So the demand for eye care is absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You pair up the number of optometrists, the number of ophthalmologists, with the way that our population is aging. By 2034, more than half the population is over the age of 40.
Wow.
Fastest growing segment today is over the age of 65, the baby boomers.
Mm-hmm.
And so the increase over the next 5 years for the demand for medical eye care goes up nearly 30% over the next 5 years.
Incredible.
And there's not enough practitioners to take care of it.
Right.
So just from a supply demand curve standpoint, it's a great time to be an optometrist.
For sure.
You marry that up, and even with a lot of the new technologies, or places where you can build a niche practice.
Yes,
you can do myopia control.
Mm-hmm.
You could do specialty contact lenses,
Mm-hmm.
dry eye, macular degeneration, disease-based,
right.
or a little bit of everything.
Options.
Huge need for pediatric care. So the opportunity to really have a practice and do in your practice what your passion is better than it's ever been. So
it is a great time to be an optometrist.
it is fantastic time.
Yeah, it's exciting. Even just being in the exhibit hall and walking around, there's so much technology. AI is, now in here. So it's really cool time to kind of be able to dig into that and kind of grow your niche, where there's so many different things, as you were saying.
Sure.
So, well, that's fantastic. So, and EssilorLuxottica is, let's talk about technology and on the cutting edge there, from a product side, but also from that technology side. Can you tell us a little bit about what's on tap?
Yeah. Well, there's so many things going on. So I think, as I said, there's the two divisions, the retail division, and then the professional solutions division. On the retail division, really for the last 5 years, we've been working really hard at remote access.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at the number of practitioners, the demand for eye care, there's a gap.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that gap is getting filled, not only in optometry, but in healthcare in general, is going to be with remote access, telemedicine, telehealth, teleoptometry. So we're very active in that space. We actively have a number of locations providing remote access exams. And I know everybody gets a little nervous when we talk about it. It's never to replace optometrists,
right?
But it's to augment the care.
Exactly.
And provide access. Ultimately, it's an access issue.
No doubt. People that wouldn't have access.
Correct. Like in Florida, people don't understand. People think of Florida as a great state.
Sure.
There are 12 counties in Florida where there are no optometrists. There's no eye care. And that's not unique to Florida.
That's amazing.
So that happens all over the U.S. So access is an issue. And so we continue to push the technology side of that. On our professional solutions side, there's too many to list. I'll list a couple. One, you're familiar with Helix that was just announced.
It's pretty exciting.
Which is integrated suite, technology suite to really help a practice. So it's everything from online scheduling to an integrated EHR, EMR that can be paired with teleoptometry, remote access. We're looking, you mentioned artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Obviously, we're looking at AI within that space as well.
No doubt.
Our instruments division continues to launch new products. We're excited about those. And then one that I recently had a chance to look at is our new product from a company called Nuance that we acquired, which will actually have a hearing aid integrated into the temple of the frame.
Amazing.
So it gets rid of the cosmetic look for people that have a hearing aid. It's one of the reasons people don't use them.
Definitely.
I had a chance actually to try the product. It's absolutely incredible. It's directional, so it blocks out a lot of the side noise, enhances the person you're looking at.
Right.
I think it's going to be incredible, and I know we've done some press releases. More will be coming, but as that comes to market, I think it's going to be exciting.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's going to be exciting, and it may help drive more people into our offices.
For sure.
Which, as a company, we're always going to push for the provider and to get patients into doctors' offices and provide them the care that they need.
Great for optometry, for sure,
Yep.
to have that option. Wow, well, that's a lot going on. That's pretty exciting times. And
Yeah.
thank you for all your information and all your contributions here at OMS. I mean, really fantastic talks. And there's a lot more going on today. There's more practice management. There's more EB retail strategies track sessions. We just finished our retail strategies panel discussion. We're headed into part 2 of that now. So if you're here at OMS, come on over and check everything out. And if you're not, registration will be open for next year. So come on down. It's going to be here again at the Yacht and Beach Club at Disney World, which is a fantastic property.
Yeah, and I would echo that. If you've not been to this meeting, you really should come. I'll say it's my second favorite meeting of the year. As all of you know, I'm Secretary Treasurer of the American Academy of Optometry. So that's my favorite meeting.
Right.
It's got to be. And so you go yet. But my second favorite meeting, and this is the 20th year, I think,
Amazing.
of OMS, always in Orlando,
Yep.
always this time of year. It's a great time to bring the family. The parks are not crowded. The weather's great.
It's so true.
And then
you
the
get your CE.
world-class education.
Absolutely.
And it's a great mix with both the clinical and the more retail or the more practice management. And so I was in part of your session this morning, and my buddy Habir is on there, and
I know.
there's so many great people. It's great. So I encourage all of you to come.
Thank you for that. And yes, definitely, if you're not here now, think about next year. That registration will be going up soon. So thank you for joining us, Carl. We really appreciate your time. Great to hear about everything. And thank you all for joining us. And stay tuned for more to come on our social media channels from the Optometric Management Symposium.